own that thing. You are just telling yourself that you are nobody and you are going nowhere. Because that is the characteristics of a slave. My boss is coming. When you want to deliver yourself, next time somebody is coming, stay there. Let the person meet you there. Explain yourself before you move. Is someone listening to me? They didn't show us in books, so you won't see it in any. I read outside the class to know why they kept us in class. As object, that a subject is placed. I'm not a motivational speaker. Neither am I a consultant. I'm a messenger to this generation. That's why my message is very strange. That's why I'm trying to remove the classroom mentality from you. Because those who established the classroom did not pass through the classroom. You didn't hear me. What did I say now? Classroom is a continuation of slavery. They removed the chain and replaced it with tie. And said, let us stop this slave trade, because when the Industrial Revolution started in the 18th century, 19th century, the Industrial Revolution, it became obnoxious for somebody to come to the office with chain, to come and work in a factory, or to carry file with chain on his neck. Because by the time Industrial Revolution came, tractors took over from cutlass and hoe. Petrol engine car took over from chariots. Is somebody listening to me now? So at that point, it became so embarrassing that somebody, he came from the level 10, step 2, the way they do it. So they now they were doing convention in those days, because power has moved from nation to nation in the days of slavery. From the days of Israel, then Babylon took over, then Assyrian, then Greece, then, Chaldeans, then Roman, then, British, then, British Empire. By the time it was the British reign, British Empire, that was when Industrial Revolution happened. Machine was invented. Imagine somebody they even moved from growing on the land. They even created by 1914, the first airplane flew. Imagine your air hostess is coming to, they remove the chain and remove the where I go to. So they now say, no, we can't continue this way. It became embarrassing. William Wilberforce, one of the senators in the chambers, the red chamber of the British Parliament, was shouting, stop this thing, the shame? They said, have you forgotten even Joseph was a slave? Even Daniel was a slave? They said, we heard you, but not in this dispensation. This is an industrial revolution. It's not right. It doesn't make sense again. Okay, and they now, after a law, 2 weeks to his death, they abolished it. But they didn't abolish it without a treaty. All the slave traders came together and they reached a conclusion. And the conclusion was that let us convert it from slave trade to wage slave. Are we together? Please, I will not take somebody picking calls in my class, please. Hello? Throughout this week, you will not see me carry paper. I speak extemporaneously. When you distract my class, you cut my flow. So I want to plead with us to please obey by the rules of the class. I beg you. Now, they converted the wage slavery from slave trade to wage slave. And yet, it still remained 35 years of rigorous service, of grade levels and steps. So you say level 10, step 2, level 10, step 4, level 11. So they level you, they step on you. They level you, they step on you. And by the time you have spent 35 prime years of you, they say to you, I know why you are smiling. I challenge you. So I beg of you, mindset reorientation. Let's change that mindset. Be bold to take your life into your hands. Why they made this course, the first one is for you to change the way you think. And I love the way, that is what CBN gave us. We didn't alter the timetable. We are following it as the instruction they gave to us. Let us do our best to ensure that we remove our mind. Because if you don't remove your mind from that, let us give us the certificate. Let us give us the 10 million. No. It's a way not to think. Don't go that route again. The real certificate is outside there. What certifies you is what you're worth after these classes. Don't you notice that there is a lot of certificates now and there is no entitlement in title? Let me take you back into history. 2012 November, Dangote wanted 2,000 truck drivers. Dangote discovered that all this Agbero that is driving is articulated vehicles, trailers, that most of them are illiterates. So he wanted to wash all of them away, flush them away, and employ graduates. And that Dangote group made applications, and they applied. And the application was very, very alarming. Over 6 million first degree applied. Over 6 million first degree applied. Over about 2-point-something million master's degrees holder. And the most shocking part of it is that over 200,000 PhD holders applied to drive a truck. Dangote was shocked. The one for PhD, he now said, so I want 2,000 drivers, 200,000 PhD holders apply. 2,000 minus 200,000. You can just employ 2,000 PhD holders to drive truck. Can you imagine? So that's why I'm trying to tell somebody who cares to listen that there is no entitlement in title. There is a lot, if you forgot that one. Who remember 2014? When immigration wanted to enroll people, and people pay 1,000, and they went to 35,000 people in the stadium, 18,000 people in another stadium, about 5 stadiums all over the country, and there was stampede. Do you remember? Maybe you have forgotten. Let me remind you the one that is recent. Last year, March. NNPC they just wanted 500 employees, and they sent out their advertisements. Are you aware? Do you know how many people that applied? Who still has the record? 30 million of our children applied. You applied. 30 million. Then that's when I knew there's trouble in this country. 30 million. 30 million of our children applied. They went to school in Cyprus, went to school in UK, went to school in America, went to school in Ghana. 30 million. Are we all going to sit down like this on this time bomb and pretend everything is okay under this critical condition? Are we going to continue like this? No. So mindsets. Reorientation. We need to change our mindset. We need to renew our mind. Our brothers at the gallery, please help us, please. The discussion is loud. Please help us. God bless you. I want to beg of us, let us change this mindset. There is a gully. People are falling into it. 30 million of our children applied for 500 slots. When Igwe's list is there, Emir's list, Oba's list, Senator's list, Governor's list, the list is already completed. It's already completed. They just advertise for advertisement's sake, for due diligence, whatever. So I want to beg of us, there is need for us to change that mindset and become a job creator. We need to begin to create jobs now. 30 million of our children who had gone to school, who had labored, Some of them, in that 30 million, I'm sure there are some who even have PhD, who have masters. Since that is not what they requested for, who brought, I was in the Hilton, and I went to use the toilet, and one guy just greeted me. Good afternoon, sir. And I go, good afternoon. I went to, and I was coming back. He greeted me again. Sir, you don't know me? I said, sir, actually, you wouldn't know me, sir. I'm one of the core members that you came to coach at the Kubwa camp. That I even have my master's. And you're washing toilets. Your father's land. He has masters. Are you aware that 90% of our children that go for masters because of joblessness? So the boy has done masters. He applied. Maybe his school starts. He used to apply for that job. So in the spirit of this now, and then now COVID-19 now came and scattered all the jobs. So there is more trouble. So the government has no choice than to give out loan now. But there is more problem if you don't change the mindset of those who will collect the loan. They will just collect it, and don't forget the mathematics. 10 million times 0 is what? It is not who you know that counts. It is who you become by who you know. Yinka, please help me go to the gallery. There are some guys talking there. Help me to plead with them to take the discussion outside. I've been distracted here. Take these stairs. I can see them up there. Help me plead with them. If they don't listen, I'll come by myself. They are distracting me. I don't carry paper to talk. I speak by inspiration because I'm sent. And I believe in the house of the Lord I have to be order. Please, I plead with you, my brothers. You are distracting me. Your voice is so loud. Please, help me. Please. You can take the discussion outside. Thank you. I want to plead with us. Let us decide, all of us are Nigerians. Is there any Togolese here or Ghanaian here? All of us are Nigerians. As Nigerians, we need to know that there is a reason why we are Nigerians. There's a reason why God brought us to this country. And you cannot change a country you hate. Because I don't understand when you are supposed to be in charge of corruption and you are already corrupt. You can't change what you don't, what you hate. And I want us to understand that nothing, some of the times some things happen to me that I just feel that, why can't I run out of this country in the 90s when my friends are running away? So why did I wait? I can't be going to America now at 50, 51 now, or go to the UK. That it looks as if to say, all the effort we are making is not even being. But God told me something. He said, no, I sought for a man. One person can change this country. One person. For the past, since January now, even up to now, I just hear people calling me, EGFK, why can't they make you Minister for Education? Why can't they make you, I see people, when there is a post, they will say, why can't they call you? Why can't they do this? Why can't they do this? Well, can I tell you something? It's not me. There are better people than me in millions. Am I correct? God is just looking for a man. But you know why? These people heard me speak in seminars. They heard me spoke, I spoke on my Instagram page, the things that I advocate for, and then they just get mad. Why can't they just, make? And they said, it's not so. I'm just a voice to somebody's conscience, and somebody is listening to me here, which I want you to just be a burden bearer along with me, that it is not the natural resources of a country that will change a country, it is the human resources. It's not our natural resources. There's nothing natural in Singapore. The only thing natural in Singapore are the people of Singapore. And Singapore converted sewage water to drinking water. Singapore became 98% literate as a nation. That's the most educated country in the world, above Great Britain, above America. Singapore, that collected their independence after us. So I want somebody to, going to Singapore is too far. Dubai. Where was Dubai 15 years ago? 20 years ago. So I want to beg of us, there is need for us to first ownership. That's the first law of reorientation, ownership. Develop the spirit of ownership and let it replace the spirit of slavery. Who is a slave? Whether my boss make profit or not, let my salary be complete. Who is a slave? Somebody is coming and you run. Stop it from today. Let your boss or whoever is going to meet you there. You know why? Anytime you run for man, you can't be a great man. Any human being that has 2 legs, 2 hands, 1 head like you, and is coming, and you know where you are standing, the person will query you. Stay there. Let him query you, because what you will lose if you run away is more than what you will gain if you stay. You are doing there? Okay, everybody ran away when you are coming. Only me left is left. Actually, we are just gisting. Now you go back to your office. Thank you very much, sir. Honor. I was pastoring. My GO will be coming like this. All pastors will run. Brrr, I will be the only one. James, what are you doing there? We are 8 pastors here before you came. Everybody ran when you came. I'm the only one that I was waiting to tell you what we were doing there. We were just gisting. We finished our afternoon prayers. When they fail a mission field, I'm the only pastor is sent to go and correct their error. If they invite him and they cannot go, I'm the only one they can send to represent him and speak, because I'm the one who got the code. There's a code. I will show you that code in these 5 days. When you are getting the code, it doesn't matter if your account balance is 0. Just listen to me. By the time I finish telling you the code, you now understand that from 0 to hero is a coding system, not how much they give to you. 10 million, too much. If you get the code, 50,000 will become 50 million. I'm going to twist your psychology and I'm going to distort your theology in these 5 days. Follow me carefully. We need a reorientation in this country. We have been spoiled by oil. Oil messed us up. Oil became a curse instead of being a blessing. Go to Bayelsa, you will cry. Go to Port Harcourt, kidnapping. I've escaped kidnapped 2 times in Port Harcourt. I want to let you know that until somebody just get angry, anger is energy. And anger, you see, some people got, anger is something that will come at you, whether you like it or not. You know why? It's the only power God can give you to become great. I have somebody very close to me. He told me something yesterday. He said, sir, he said, last Sunday, I didn't have money to go to church, and I don't want to call you. Watch me carefully. Reorientation. He said, I didn't have money to go to church last Sunday, and I don't want to call you because I always call you. And I was ashamed. I said, I'm not going to call you. You know, he said, and I'm a worker in my church. And I told myself that I must be in church. I must be in church by 7 as a worker. And I don't have a dime. And I told myself, I won't call you this time around. Sir, do you know what I did? I said, what did you do? I said, I woke up by 5. I dressed up, wear my tie, and I went to the bus stop. The first car passed. I said, boy, lift me. And you know, it's from Mushafa. Say, I had to go Garimpa. Nothing there. As I dressed like this, the guy said, now morning. I never found any customer. Someone went to the third one and answer him. And the guy dropped him at Express. He saw one guy pay. Oh boy, see as I arrange like this. Now, closer they go. Nothing there. Say, boy, say, enter. Say, sir, I landed in church before 7. And by the time I finish, somehow, to get to church is the most difficult one. Coming back, that was no problem. She said, I made it to church. I didn't call you. I said, boy, the same heart is what will make you a billionaire if you want to become one. He said, what? I said, yes. Nothing more, nothing less. That same madness. Say, today I must. When you are not yet ready, success will not yet come. I said, you don't need a greater faith or a lesser faith. That same level of madness that came to your head is the same that came on the head of Dangote that became the richest man in Africa. Nothing more, nothing less. You can tolerate nonsense, but one day that you just stand up and you clench your fist, you bite your lips, and you stamp your feet on the floor, you say, not again. He said he will not call me. I just noticed. He didn't call me indeed. As long as a child remains a child, he will be under tutors. But the day he takes responsibility is the definition of adulthood. Let's change our mindsets. It's not who you know that counts. I will say that again. It is who you become beside who you know. I applied for the UWIN. God bless Nko John Wheeler. God bless Jonathan wherever they are. 2013, I applied. The 10 million UWIN grants made me what I am today. But where 114,000 people applied, they pick only 1,500. I'm not sure if we are up to 50 that can look back and say thank you to UWIN. Some collected it, it left the country. Some collected it, they went to build house. Some collected it, they went to marry. But do you know the secret of success? It's not how much you have. It's how many children that money can give back to. How many children that money can give back to. And how many children that money can give back to, that counts. It's not easy. But you know one thing? The Bible says that ruthless men retain riches. Let me go to the third key. The first one is what? Ownership. Number two, the second key is to believe in abundance. What's that? Okay, thank you. Thank you. Very good. Reorientation. Keys to reorientation. Number one is ownership. We need a better one. No? Ownership. They can't even see it. It's not even showing. We need a more cleaner board tomorrow. And a more... Okay, this one looks much better. Orientation. Follow me carefully. First one is what I call ownership. Second one, abundance. You must have abundance mentality. It's sequential. After you have the spirit of ownership, now have the spirit of abundance. I used this principle in 2011, and my children attended one of the finest schools in this town for 3 years. I'm telling you. How? A man came to Smidan as one of their facilitators from Lagos, and Smidan invited me too. And in that board meeting, I'm the smallest boy. 2011, yes, I remember. Everybody spoke, and later the DJ asked me to say something, and I just said something. As I finished my statement like this, the same thing that happened in NYC happened. The whole place scattered. They had to say there had to be another 2-day retreat, inviting all their stakeholders from all over the country, over one statement that I made. So immediately we finished the meeting, the man just grabbed me, young man, I'm having a conference in Lagos next week. The billboard is everywhere. We already printed the flyers. All my speakers are coming, but I will give you 30 minutes. Can you please speak for me just for 30 minutes? I'll fly you into Lagos, and I will take care of you. You must be in that conference. I said, no problem. The man, we struck a deal. I flew to Lagos. I gave my speech for just 25 minutes. The likes of Party told me, Leke Order, they were in the meeting, and all the powers and mighty of Lagos, and I delivered my message. And during the question and answer, I answered most questions. So that's where I met this woman who owns one of the biggest schools in this town, we will say. And the woman told me, young man, I need to see you. So I saw her, and we got talking, and she told me that I should, and I saw her school. So I told her, I said, I would like my children to come to this school, but because I just came to Abuja that time trying to find my feet, that she would just give me time, that paying my school fees, I will pay the students' school fee, 3 of them, that I will pay 3 times. I said, no problem. And I'm, someone said abundance. Someone said ownership. So the children started the school. When I saw the school fees, I said, I don't have the money, but I have value more than the money. Immediately, you need to look for one thing in business. Before money, go for value. Value will bring the money. What did I say now? I just saw the teachers. Immediately I entered the school. I saw the teachers. They don't have this. They don't have this. Looking tattered. In the heart of Abuja, we'll say too. The teachers live in massacre. They have kind. I see them when they see there's Elumelu's child is there, the minister's child is there. Mighty men's children are there. I began to see, and I haven't known all the 600 body languages. I saw this teacher behaving as if they are a slave, as if to say they are doing us a favor, and I saw the gap between the teacher and the parents. I called the school owner. I said, Ma, there's a problem in this school. And it's not good for the pedigree of this school, especially here. If it's a massacre now, it's a different ball game. Here, there's a huge gap between your teachers and the parents. Have you noticed that? She said, I've been telling them. I said, Ma, there's an error. I can correct it. Every Monday during the teacher's morning devotion, I will speak for just 10 minutes as a charge. On Monday, 10 minutes. On Tuesday, 10 minutes. And on Friday, 1 hour after the closing of the school, between 1 and 2. Mark and ask 2 people to monitor me and to give you a report. She travels a lot. So I say you might not be around, but ask 2 of them to monitor me and to give you a report after 1 month and make a decision. So I will come on Monday and talk for 10 minutes to the teachers. You are not doing parents a favor. You are the one doing us a favor. We are the one doing you a favor. You are not helping us. You are the one helping us. Don't see, if you are going to teach my child, then think like me. My child cannot respect you if you are looking at me subordinates. You are a professional. You are a teacher. You are the one who molds destiny. You taught the president. You taught the doctor. You taught the lawyer. Know who you are. It doesn't matter if you are collecting a small salary, but that shouldn't give you a small brain. Enlarge your heart. See beyond. Greet the parent with confidence. Speak with confidence. If you do not display confidence before the parent, you cannot display honor before the children. I just noticed this woman stopped traveling. Monday, she will come early. Tuesday, she will come early. Friday, she will sit down. She will be writing. She bought writing material for all of them. She was the one. After 3 weeks, she called me. James, come. I was just dropped my children. I was going, James, come. Have you paid for your children's school? I said, no, please. We just finished a deal now. Please, you are becoming the consultant of the school. Your payment will be your children's school fee. So let's trade by barter. You are now the consultant for the school. Please, every Monday, whether I'm in the country or not, Tuesday and Friday, please, because what I've been trying to teach this teacher for the past 15 years, we have taught them in 3 weeks. Because that day, the headmaster resigned. The headmaster who thought he was going to die there, I shifted him and his brain opened that he's going for his master's. The headmaster who has been sitting down, who has been with her from the beginning, who thought, let me just be, the woman sponsor The woman sponsored his wedding. The woman sponsored this. So the woman has been the one who has been. So the man will just, there's a way you can like poverty. That will just be there. Madam, hey, madam is the one who is my God sent. And you become 60, still poor. I shifted the boy. The boy said he's going for his master's. Almost half of the teachers have resigned. They said they are moving forward. The woman was so happy. She could employ younger people with sharp minds. And my children were in that school for free for 3 years. It's called ownership. It's called abundance. You must think it before you become it. You must embrace it. Help me write this down for this number 2. Help me write this statement down. Abundance is the number 1 nature of planet Earth. Help me write this down. Abundance is the number 1 nature of planet Earth. This planet that you are in, I am glad to announce to you officially that abundance is the number 1 nature of planet Earth. Can I prove it to you? The animals in the sea, that you see in the sea, all the 7 billion of us, if we begin to eat it every minute with our 2 hands, we can only consume 7%. Let me leave that one. All the 7 billion people in the world, if we begin to eat the animals on the ground, we can only consume only 6%. If you doubt me, go and open to National Geography on your television. National Geography. National Geography Wild. And you see the cattle on 1,000 hills. Ox, zebra. I want to let you know one thing. God who knows you like chicken, he created chicken, he also created turkey, he also created ostrich. Can you see the sizes? You are in that world. Meaning, also write down, every scarcity is man-made. Let me write it down. Every scarcity is man-made. Every scarcity in this world is artificial. Whenever you see scarcity, it's artificial. I beg of you, in the name of God, on this first class that I'm taking you personally, I'll be taking you 3 courses. My other facilitator will be taking us. There's a young man in the house who tomorrow will also take us on agriculture, value chain. I want to plead with you. I want to beg of you. If you don't understand this class and you leave this class and you are still, you still have that mindset, I beg of you. The world that you are in, anything's scarcity is artificial. No dollar, with all the economic crunch, with COVID-19, no dollar escape from the earth and enter into the galaxy. It's only a wealth transfer. You saw the story that I gave to you. Go and read it about Eric Yuan, the founder of Zoom. Zoom as at now have over 3 million subscribers. And they said by December, Zoom will have over 1 billion. Do you know the finest time to become rich is now? Because there is war now. There is a biological war. During war, some people lose property, some people gain property. Am I correct? Some people die, some people made it. You will not die. You will make it. It's called wealth transfer. Properties lose value. Some people will gain, some people will lose. Some people will die, somebody will make it. By the time last time I checked, I saw your name among those who made it. Amen. Ladies and gentlemen, abundance is the number 1 nature of planet Earth. Anything called scarcity is artificial. Remove it from your mindset. Scarcity is man-made. Abundance is number 1 nature of planet Earth. I beg of you. You are sitting on wealth. Beside your house, you may not even know. Anytime, let me tell you something. Have you ever seen some houses that people are not living there? Hmm? Can I tell you what is inside that house? Billions. When you see them build an estate, when you see mansion, and nothing is there, and they are not ready to rent it out, something is there. In this town, Lagos, there are 3 of them. Lagos, Port Harcourt, and Abuja. There is more money in the house than in the bank. Especially, it was even like 30 to 70. But March, during COVID, it became 90-10. That is 90% in the house, 10% in the bank. You remember that day of lockdown? Do you know how much people moved from the bank? On that day, when they were the last 3 days, people destroyed their fixed deposit. People broke into their safe. People moved dollars, naira into the house in millions and in billions. Because the report shows that this is global and anything can happen. We are in an age now that a company or a bank can be alive today and is dead tomorrow. We have gotten to a time now that you are the bank now. Are you aware you are now the teacher of your children? Are you aware you have become proprietor? Okay, you are not even aware. You see, the school still there because they say they reopen. Watch now. You better go and learn how to teach children. Go and learn subjects now. You don't get begin. You are the proprietor now. It's not a laughing matter. You think I'm joking? I attended a seminar. It was Zoom. I didn't even know. National Association for Proprietors of Private Schools did their national convention last year in March and mistakenly invited me in Owerri to come and speak. I didn't know that COVID-19 was coming. I have already scattered their brains since last year. I've told them that stop lying to yourselves. You are recycling error. Tell me the exam that the children are going to write. Is it WAEC? Is it JAMB or NECO? A day before, that they will not pay money and enter one site and all the question is downloaded. I am in a town that a father will pay for the WAEC for the child in the special center and they will write it for the boy. I lie? I am in a town that a father will pay for the boy's post-UME. Am I correct? I am in a town that the father will pay for every promotion of that child. I'm in a town that when the boy now graduates, the father will buy him a job. A job of 600,000 is about 3 million. A job of 250,000 is about 1.8 million. A job of about 150,000 is about 600,000. And the father will come and tell us, I'm glad to announce to you, Junior works in CBN now. He works in NPC now. Let's go back to the mathematics. 1 billion times 0 is what? Let's wake up. Because I want them to sell that house that they call 1 billion naira in Asokoro. I wanted them to sell it for you for 50,000. Watch now. The bubble is going to burst now. Watch very carefully. Something is there's going to be a shift now. You know why? When all you have done is to carry money with an empty brain, immediately a Joseph appears to you that gave you an idea. All you know is that you stole. You don't know creativity. And a Joseph appears to you that this dream that you had, this is the interpretation. Money follows every interpreter. It doesn't matter if he's a prisoner. You will make him a prime minister. I am raising prime ministers. That's why I step out by faith. Leave the 10 million. I say leave the 10 million. As I talk to you, I have over 26 financial institutions that I can apply for you for. But they will tell you business plan doesn't really, just do the business plan. No. Don't write business plan for writing business plan's sake. Write a business plan that you know. You know why? If you will not build a house without an architectural blueprint, why do you try to start a business without a bankable, usable, functional business plan? That is where I stand. Let us do things right. It's difficult, but let us do things right. Just pay 5,000 for business plan, do the conference for 1 week for 10,000, and then listen to me. When you demystify business plan, your idea is already dead on arrival. We did a research. 96% of organizations that runs in this country does not have a bankable business plan. Does not have a corporate governance policy. I know a guy in this town who asked us just 2019. He said he's into multimedia, outdoor media. He said he has over 120 staff. He called me. He said, James, I am just paying these animals. See this one, he collects 1 million. See this one, he collects 750,000. See this one, he collects 500,000. See this one, he collects 150,000. But the least person in this organization, if he's a driver, still goes home with about 80,000. Say, I'm just paying these animals. I'm tired. Interview all of them. Fire the one you need to fire. I need a new GM. I need a new PA. I need a new something engineer. He mentioned all these things. I said, no problem. I gave him a fee. Pay us 10 million. We strike every deal. He said, no problem. We started. We interviewed all the staff. We gave him the reports. During the interview, I saw where this guy busy. This guy turned over about 6 billion every year. I called the HR. I said, HR, can I see the mission statement of this organization? What is the mission statement? He said, actually, he said, okay, tell me the core values. What are your core values here? He said, excellence. When the HR does not know the vision statement, mission statement, there is no document that is called the corporate governance policy, no procurement policy. I looked, I said, sitting in the heart of my tama, turning over 6 billion because he knows this one, he knows that one, wuru to the answer. He's the one who told me about 6 billion. Accountant told me they turn over about 1.9 billion. Are you seeing all those technical errors? They fizzle out now. The COVID just came. Before the even COVID was staggering. They fizzle out. Because when I gave him my recommendation, he was angry with me. So I walked away. I didn't know COVID-19 was coming. Is that the first company that will fizzle away? Do you remember Savannah Bank? Were you born then? You don't know, you never had Savannah Bank before? Hey, yeah. What about you? Halifax Savings and Loans Limited. Have you had it before? Transmission can do. Okay, they never born all of it. Let me go to the elders. Sir, you remember transmission can do? Odutola Tires. Bola Bureau Limited. Decca Record. Wonder Loaf, Concord Airline, Concord Newspaper, Okada Airline. Where are they today? This is the hero. The same banana peel. If you build a house without approval, what will development control do for you? They will demolish. I wasn't here in the days of El-Rufai. Is it true? I understand some people will go to work. When they are coming back, they'll be looking for their house under gutter. Say, my house is around. Is it true? So people will just come from work. My house, okay, I came this way. Where is the house? If you will not build a house without an approval, don't do a business without a business plan. When I say business plan, know it. We are writing a business plan that you will know. So when they call you from the bank and you speak, yes, we have a way we want to help you, but you must first help yourself. Because 10 million times 0 is what? 0. Build capacity. Build capacity. Build capacity. Be the only one to do it. Be the only one. Let others be taking shortcuts. Cut life short. That guy just began to crumble like this. Why? Is because I pointed this red alert to him. I pointed this danger to him. I pointed this danger to him. He has employed even Philip Consulting. He fired them. He told me when I met him, he said, Philip Consulting was here. I fired them, so you better know what you are doing. I just laughed. I said, I'm not a consultant, sir. He looked at me, I'm not. He said, neither am I a motivational speaker. I'm not of the two. I'm a messenger. I've seen your company. Try me. I'll give you a result. Everything I told the guy happened. That if you not do. He was so angry that I had the audacity to tell him the truth. Because I interview all of the staff. All of them are afraid of him. He uses autocracy. Shouts and is so tough on them. And, there is so much toxic. There is so much betrayal. Everyone is just putting up a face. And I gave him all the analysis. I said, he's not going to walk far. Ask Hitler. Ask Hitler. Ask Osama bin Laden. Ask Adolf Hitler. Ask Saddam Hussein. Ask Alexander the Great. Ask Napoleon. You can't be a notorious, tough leader who doesn't understand leadership and you just expect that your legacy is kept. I said, no. People don't care how much you know until they can see how much you care. Abundance. You must have, you must have abundance in your heart of resources, of natural resources, of human resources, of spiritual resources. You must understand that there is nothing called scarcity. Every scarcity is man-made. Another thing you must have in your mind, let me quickly run now. What's the time, please? Somebody help me with time. 11:48. Okay. I'm going to have our break by 12:30. So in the next, somebody just help me when immediately it's 12:30. We're going to go for break, please. Number 3 is called accountability. It's called accountability. You have to be accountable. For you to have a change, for reorientation, there is need for you to be accountable. Accountability. You have to be accountable for 5 things. You must be accountable for your time. You must be accountable for your human resources, the people around you. You must be accountable for your financial resources. You must be accountable for your skills. And also, you must be accountable for the material resources in your hands. You must be accountable for those 5 things. Your time, the people, the material, the money, and what? The skills. The what? The skills, the talents that you have converted to skills. 5 things you must be accountable for. Account for your time. You must be time conscious. You must give account of time. You must make sure that your respect for time is impeccable. Very important. I beg of you. Be accountable. You must be accountable. Accountability is key. Very, very key. For those 5 things. Who can tell me those 5 things? Time, human resources. You know why? Accountability qualifies you for more. In the realm of the spirits, until you are accountable, God cannot push funds to you. Resources, that's why Jesus Christ said, gather the fragment, there must not be any loss. If you cannot account for the little, you can't have much. So we must change that mindset of wastage. Immediately you fail to be accountable, you begin to you begin to manage crisis. You begin to see yourself struggling. You begin to see yourself having crisis. But once you are accountable, you must ensure, you begin to see, you just begin to see increase. Let me quickly run. The fourth thing we need to do for us to have the orientation is, number 4, is to live on the giving side of life. Live on the giving side of life. Don't be a grabber, become a giver. Learn to give back. Learn to give back to the society. Learn to give back to your environment. Don't just be a grabber. The Dead Sea is dead because you only receive, doesn't give out. Give 70% of your attention to the people above you. 70% of your attention to the people above you. 20% of your attention to the people beside you. And 10% of your attention to the people under you. The 70-20-10 principle. Give back. Make sure you are that kind of a person that you are responding to life by living on the giving side of life. I have some rich friends whom we've been friends for 20 years, for 25 years plus, simply because of this principle. I don't ask them for things, I give them things. They run away from other people. They call me when they're in town to come and see them because they know that when I meet with them, I'm coming to give to them. They have more than me, and yet I give to them. I don't give them money. I give them my attention. I give them my time to run errands for them. I give them the little counsel that I know. When they want to hear the truth about a thing, they call me. Other people, they will have heard them, but they know that gathering sycophants around you, everybody, because you give to them, and Oga, what you they do is correct. Oga, you're always correct. So after they've heard all the correct, they say, I have to see James. James, how far? I'm in town. Because you can't be flying their private jets and then they are giving you everything you need. You always tell them what they want to hear. I'm so careful. These guys. Sometimes when I'm flying and I bought my Harrick ticket or my Aero and I see them at the executive lodge, I will just greet them and I'll go back to my, that general place we sat, and I'll sit. I won't sit with them at the executive lodge. I'm not yet there. If they even want to tell me, oh, James, don't bother your ticket, fly with me, let's go with my private jet, I know they follow. Unless he insists, and it gives me a very strong reason that I will. You know why? Until you live on the giving side of life, wealth cannot turn to you. If you want to be a millionaire, think like a millionaire. When I'm with them, I just watch them. I watch the way they think. I watch the way they talk. I notice that they are not attached to their phones. Their phone, they keep it at a distance. They employ somebody to carry their phone for them. It's not every call that they pick. Their phone does not ring. It only vibrates. Some of them are even silent. They have about 5 different phones. And each number, they have already profiled everybody. I began to see the way they think. If you are looking for money around those people, you will never discover the way they think. It's 2 things. You can't pick the 2, only one. Either you have come to learn or you come to collect. You can't collect the 2. The only way you can see what made them rich is to see them as if they don't have anything. no matter how much you need. If you open your mouth and tell them that is the first and the last, you will collect. It's not everybody that is looking for a job. Oh. There are some people with his job that is looking for them. There is not everybody looking for contract. There are some people contracts is looking for them. This guy positioned himself in such a way that it is contract looking for them. Governors will call them, and governors can't get them. Did we not see it on the television one day when Goodluck Jonathan told Dangote that you live in the air. It's only the person that will be flying in the air up and down. That's the person that can catch up with you. They are like wind. The only way to catch them is not to look for them. Let them look for you. How can they look for you? Number 4, live on the giving side of life. If they send you an errand, run and deliver it before the time they think you can. And don't look for any immediate gratification. Tell them that's the least you can do for them. Anytime you want to send you another one, you should just send you. That's why one of them sent for me. That let us help these people. That's it. What other people are running for? When you live on the giving side of life, what others are looking for begins to look for you. Can I tell you something? There are people I know, nobody then say, they turn contract down from governors, from president. They turn contract down. Whenever they're going to do one, it will be at their own terms. You think everybody's looking for a job? No. There are few guys. To catch them is not easy. To make them sit on your board, you will chase them for like 2 years. Dangote said one day, he said there is one man, one Indian man. He chased the man for 6 years before he could catch the man to come and sit as an MD of one of his companies. He didn't invest the money in that company until he got the man. He would go to Delhi. They say the man don't go to Bombay. He will get to Bombay, the man has gone to Pakistan. He will chase in his jet. He will go to London. The man is attending one conference. As he's landing that conference in London like this, they say the man has flown to California. He will chase the man. He knows what he's looking for. In later, when he cornered the man, say, what are you looking for? I learned you have been looking for me. What do I owe you? Hold on for me. The man just kept quiet. The richest man in Africa, he just kept quiet. The man rake. Are you looking for it? Just kept quiet. When he saw his humility, when he saw his, what do you want me to do for you? What's the problem? Sir, research shows us that you have done sugar business for 30 years. That you are a 10th generation and the biggest dealer in this business in the whole of Asia. All I am looking for you for is just that, sir, please. I want to be like you. And that I just want to, if you can just borrow me just 1 year of your time. I want to start this business so you can help me to manage it. We have about $3 billion to invest. I can't afford to do it without you. I just want you to help me to come to Nigeria just for 1 year and help us. After 1 year, I know you will have created a system and you will have put somebody there that can do it better than you. That is what I'm looking for you for. I don't have such time. I cannot do that. After all, the man come back. I said, let's meet in my hometown. We're having a family meeting. Meet us there in 3 months' time. Trust him. That's why he's not around. He will be there. Wear clothes like them. Head tie like them. Die like them. Living in the gift of life. You are looking for your man. No. He's there. You play 3 days. You be with the man. They will eat together. They will be together. He will introduce to his family. He will be like. At the end of the day, guess what he wants? You have to learn to live on the giving side of life. I mean, what will you do with chocolate at this age? Is it chocolate that you need now? No. You need something more solid. So delay your gratification. Give attention. Give your time. There are some people, you need them. Don't collect from them. Just give to them. Be around. Pay the price. Long-term gain. Don't use, write this down. Don't use a short-term gain to lose a long-term gain. Don't use a short-term gain to spoil long-time gain. I beg of you. Don't use today to spoil tomorrow. That's what I mean. Don't use what is ephemeral. Don't use what is transient. Don't use what is recurrent to destroy what is capital. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Oh, you didn't get it. Did somebody get what I'm trying to say? Don't use what you will eat now to spoil what you will eat forever. Do you get my language now? It's very important. How do you achieve that? Number 4, to live on the giving side of life. I was here on Sunday. The pastor gave me, my good friend, Pastor Abba, gave me a microphone to speak for just a few minutes. And we finished, and he said, JFK, follow me. Let's go somewhere. And we just drove. And we went to Ray's Continental. One of his friends came to town. One of the pastor friends who does 4 services somewhere outside Abuja. Great man of God. And he said, oh, meet James, my brother, my friend. And the two of them began to talk. And the man said, I came to Abuja. First Sunday of the month. I don't leave my town. I don't leave my church first Sunday because I have 4 services and I have so much to do. But I had to leave. What made me to leave to come to Abuja? Because there is this young man who got married today. He has been my driver for 13 years without collecting money. Even if he's on top of his wife, 1 a.m., he says, show, the boy will report. So what will I say I am doing? Which message am I preaching today? That I will not fly down and honor this boy. Ma, do you get what I'm trying to say? It's called value. We need that value system in our country now. At such a time as this. That's what I'm talking about. Reorientation. We need to change the way we think. I just sat down in that hotel. When there was some discussion, I know they put me out. I just keep quiet like this. You know, I didn't know that's where we are going. And I saw my friend, Pastor Abba, took a fat envelope, put in the man's hand. I said, try. He said, I didn't know. I would have carried seed too. The thing they pay me up to now, I will still need to ask for the man's account and send something to him. You know why? Let me explain something to you. Age mate does not mean we are grace mate. You live on the giving side of life. I beg of you. This is the foundation we are laying. Other speakers are coming, but I want to beg of you. These 10 things, you know, if that, I am not in a hurry. Thank God they gave us 1 week. The timetable is in your hands. We will not leave any stone unturned. But this orientation, you know, look at it. Let me go back for those who just come in. We call it orientation, we call it what? Mindset, reorientation, and entrepreneurship thinking. It's deep. Mindset, reorientation. Mindset. If you don't reprogram your mind, please, Cedric, please give me a sign when it is already 12:30. Zion, by 12:30 I have to stop this class. What's the time now? 12:06. So I have just, please, we need to go for 30 minutes break. I beg of us, please, very important. We need to understand ownership. We need to have abundance mentality. We need to be accountable. We need to live on the giving side of life. And let me just wrap it up. We'll continue. Let me just wrap it up with this one. We need a strong network. We need a strong network. We need a strong network. Let me write this down. Your network will determine your net worth. This is a very, very powerful side of this reorientation. How do I mean? This is the most powerful. It's powerful more than all the remaining four. I'm telling you. This one swallows 1, 2, 3, 4. It swallows it. Strong network. I will talk the way Jesus Christ talked in Luke chapter 16 when he said that was about the unjust servants, that the master said he's going to fire him and that he should put his record together. And the boy quickly do what? How much did they owe my boss? 10 million. Change it to 5 million. How much did they owe my boss? 25 million. Change it to 12,005. How much are you, 12.5. How much are you owing my boss? I'm owing your boss 20 million. Change it to 10 million. And the boy said, I cannot beg. I cannot dig. Let me secure my future. And he did all those. He secured his future. And when they fired that boy, will that boy broke? Will he be broke again? He has leverage. Like my people will say, he has poured water on the floor. He will not step on wet ground. Jesus Christ said, see these unjust servants. The children of this world are wiser in their generation than the children of the kingdom. There are many hush puppies that they can never arrest. The hush puppy that was arrested began to step on the toes of the cartel. There are people who are richer than him, who are more negatively intelligent than hush puppy, that they are working. Okay, I want to ask a question. Is it the day they arrested hush puppy that Dubai know that he's a criminal? Signals. Oh boy, we are not paying your rent. We are not paying the cartel. 1 time, 2 times. He began to, I've served enough. I'm supposed to be part of the cartel now. What do you mean? We live in a world where, do you know why Jesus Christ did not heal all the sick people in his days? Do you know why he didn't wipe away all the darkness? It's because the earth that we are in has been mortgaged by the first Adam to Satan. That's why with his 40 days anointing, with 40 days fasting, it didn't exempt him from the temptation. We are in the world, but we are not of the world. But let me quickly say this. When we talk about network, you must understand that you must secure yourself in such a way that before the devil rumbles at you, make sure that the devil has to rumble with the power that be. How can I explain this thing? There are some people you can't touch them. Before you can get to them, you have a lot of people to fight. Let me take us back to the days when we were in school. I don't know about this place. There is something you used to see in Tower Sports. In Tower Sports. Who used to see in Tower Sports? Yeah, very few people. There is something we used to call in Tower Sports when we were young. The people that will scatter in Tower Sports are not children, are not students of our schools. They are people who came to fight. Now, when you see a small boy come to slap you, don't touch that boy. Just run. Because when that boy comes and just slap you, just run. If you raise your hand to say, before your hand touch that boy, you are down. Because the boy was actually sent by the power that be. Now watch this. Devil copied all these things from the kingdom and he uses it judiciously, and we are not even aware. That's why he was so angry. He said, the children of this world are wiser. That Baba Deboye said something. He said, you can call the devil a cheat, you can call him a liar, you can call him a wicked devil, but never call him a fool. Now watch this. When I talk about network, and I say it will qualify you for your net worth, what I'm just trying to say is this. The people around you, the people who are your allies, determines how strong you are in the community. Show me your friends. And I'll know who you are. The Bible says, he that walk with the wise shall be wise, but the companion of fools shall be what? Shall be destroyed. I beg of you. Network, it matters. Strong network. A lot of us don't know this. And that's why we are where we are today. A lot of us, we don't even take advantage, we don't even know that the people around us determines how great or how weak we can be. And there are people who know people who doesn't take advantage of that network. Let me tell you something, we call it social capital. I met a woman in Port Harcourt. She's a wife of a deputy general overseer. And she was 55, she was going to be 56. And she told me that she wants me to help her. She wants to run a consultancy outfit. She was teaching, she was helping somebody to oversee her school. The woman is already old, and the woman handed over the school to her. And she said she wants to leave, she wants to start consulting, and I should coach her. So she paid me, and I began to coach her. And I told her, I said, Ma, this is the real reason why you were born. She was already a grandmother. She's the wife of a deputy general overseer of a big church in Port Harcourt. But unfortunately, the only person that is rich is the general overseer. The woman, if the general overseer lives in a mansion, this woman and the husband lives in a 3-bedroom apartment, and the gap is too wide. I now told her something. I said, woman of God, there is need for you to understand that you have not used your social capital. Your social capital is grossly underutilized. I asked how many people are in your church. She said there are about 15,000. I said, when you turn 50, what did people give to you? She said, they gave me cooler, they gave me glass cups, some of them. He said, money, which one amount have you ever received as prophet offering, as if they gave to you like this? Maybe 50,000 when my daughter was getting married last year. Sometimes when somebody is travel abroad, they will give us maybe $200, Say they may have given the GO maybe $5,000, but they will now also give you maybe $50 and all that. I said, okay. And I did something. I said, when is your next birthday? She said it's January 6, 2017. He said, that's your next birthday. I said, that January 6, man, we're going to celebrate your 56th birthday. And that day is going to be your day of your vision casting. You need about 20 million now to start your consulting, and you don't need to, I know. She said, I said, relax, I'll raise the money for you. Just do me a favor. We are going to do, I don't like people to, I said, you will like this one. Say, you will like this one. Say, I'm going to say, ma, what? I now showed her. See, the reason why, there's a reason. You are more than a mother. You are more than a wife of a pastor. You are more than a grandmother. You are more than school proprietors. I said, those are your personalities, your person. You have not found it. That is why some women enter into cancer, enter into depression, because average woman ends their destiny with omogo visit. I say, I want to, by the time I'm done with you, ma, I will remove 30 years from your age. So I convinced her. I said, write an invitation card. Let them design it for you. One of your children is an architect. Let them design it. Just 200, no more than 200. Get a list of your church. The people you have, their son was drinking alcohol. You have prayed for them. And the boy is no more drinking alcohol. The boy was abroad. He was not coming home. You and your husband prayed. The boy. People like that your life have affected, write 200 of them. I know people will be offended, but just tell them that. Just secretly give them the invitation card that you want to do, not birthday, you want to do vision casting for what God laid in your heart. First, go and tell your GO. So I wrote on PowerPoint a mission statement, a vision statement. I wrote a corporate governance for her in colors. I said, go and give it to your GO. Tell your GO to make sure you come and release you as an apostle in the marketplace. You're not starting another church. You're not breaking out. That's old syllabus. That you are starting the reason why you are born. Go and explain it to your husband. Explain it to your GO. And tell them on the 6th of January, 2017, you are doing your vision casting. You should just come and release you and pray for you. And somebody says, strong network. The woman became excited. The children got excited. The children are already grown up, 5 grown-up children. They began to plan for her. And I said, the clothes you are wearing that day, I told her the kind of clothes she's going to wear. And they helped her to design that kind of clothes. And this woman came on that day, and she looks like a 25-year-old girl. The GO was, so everybody was like, what's going on here? And she stood that day, I remember, in the city of Port Harcourt. And she said, thank you, everyone, for coming. My GO, my daddy in the Lord, I thank you for raising me. My husband, thank you for being my husband for these 27 years. My children, you are the best children I can ever have. Grandchildren, you are the best. My brothers and my siblings, I thank you so much for tolerating me all these years. I want to now beg all of you, can you all now release me to the reason why I was born? Yeah? I was born to consult for schools. And she began to, as I've told her all the slides, began to release the slide, and she was reading the slides. And when she got to the last one, I said, we just need 20 million to achieve this. The first donation was 20 million. One man who came to the church with rags, that the ministry of this woman, as the man, that day, to cut the long story short, as we finished the program, it was a 2-hour program, no wasting of time. As we finish, guess what happened? The wife of the GO just grabbed me. I want to see you. Come. The woman just grabbed me. I told me, said, I must organize our own for her too. People gave that day. We raised over 50 M. People gave, some people said they will be giving their own quarterly, some said they will be giving monthly, some they will be giving yearly. Till now, they are still giving. If you don't give the right sound, who will go to battle? There are people around you. They will never give you what you deserve until you show them who you are. Identity crisis is the number one crisis in this world. It doesn't matter your position. You could be the wife of the GO. You could be if you don't understand who you are, people will not pay you what you deserve. I wish you can write that one down. If you don't know who you are, people will not give you what you deserve. They will be giving you peanuts. You know why? Money answers to purpose. You can live and have children and visit them in abroad and do omugo visits and die. Do you know why a lot of women fall sick in their 50s? Do you know a lot of women why they just fizzle out? They just carry cancer. They just carry arthritis. They just carry one bone marrow. They just begin to fall sick. They just begin to have ulcer. They just begin to have arthritis, cataract. They just begin to have diabetes. You know why? You see, immediately as you are growing, destiny will be asking you some questions. If you mistakenly think all your life is marriage, all your life is ministry, And you just allow the wind of life to be blowing you up and down. I can sing. Hey, I am the wife of a pastor. Hey, I am a singer. Hey, I am a teacher. Hey, I have a boy. I born a girl. I am married. Who told you marriage is the ultimate? Marriage is not the end. It's a means to an end. Because Matthew chapter 6 verse 33 tells me, seek ye first the kingdom of God. That is your assignment in that kingdom. You are more than an usher. You are more than a choir director. Those are the bus stops. There is a place called there. Sinach got there. She blew. When you get there, you will blow. You will have 9 million on your Instagram. There is a place called there. Immediately you hit that Red Bull, like boom, you will blow. Network. Your network, let me write this down. Your network cannot be activated until you get to the center of your life. There is a center of your life. People may be pushing you like this, pushing you like this, pushing you like this. People may be saying, you should be. You see, when you get to my library, you can't see books on agriculture in my library. You cannot see books on how to raise worms, on pastry. You can't see book on home management, on carpentry, on civil engineering. You can't see book even on of ICT in my library. But when you get to my library, you see books on leadership, on marketing, on sales, on self-mastery. You know why? There is a spot. If you mistakenly allow salary to tie you down without you locating that spot, to locate that spot, you will have resigned without telling your husband. You will do some crazy things that every woman being around you will think say you don't crazy. But when you get there, those who laugh at you, they will come back to laugh with you. I hate something in life. I hate to be normal. There's something I hate. I hate to be like, talk like, dress like any human being. Immediately you make a designer your choice. You have sold your identity. What did I say now? So, to escape, don't stick to one designer, or else you will collect your identity. Don't let them call you Mr. Gucci. Are you Gucci? You like Gucci material? Buy one. Ferragamo? Buy one. Dunhill, Nest, Versace. I have no problem. Enjoy life. But don't allow a designer, a person. Check out all the people that talk like, be like, dress like. They end up a photocopy. I challenge you today. When it comes to business, there's a place for you. And in that place, you lost your peace because you lost your place. Your peace is waiting for you in your place. Until you get back to your place, you cannot have your peace because your peace awaits you in your place. Thank God you are married. That's not all about you. Thank God you have a child now. That's not all about you. Thank God you have a car. That's not all about you. Thank God now you've gone to London. That's not all about you. There's something about you. When you get to that spot, you have strong network. You know why people have strong network? It's because 5 minutes more. Thank you very much. Until you get to that spot, my grandfather was a pastor. My father was a pastor. From little age, 7 children. My father died when I was just 9. We were 7. Everybody called me pastor. I'm the third born. 5 boys, 2 girls. Everybody called me pastor from a little child. As I grew up, I didn't want to be pastor at all. I told you my lifestyle. Dance, party everywhere. But when I had an extra year, and when I had F9, but I said, sit back. I sat back. I continued. I entered Polytechnic. Began to do show. I began to do party up and down. But you know one thing, when I now landed in ministry, because before I can even land, I didn't want to do pastor's work. I want to be a show businessman. And I was doing it in school already, successfully. I was a big-time show boy in school. But when I got born again, I died for about 40-something minutes. When I came back to life, that's when I knew that I'm not using the gift God gave me well. And I came to the church. And when I got to the church, nobody beats me. The day I heard that Pastor Adeboye pray for 10 hours, I did 20 hours. The day I heard that somebody, anything I see anybody do, I'll go and do number two, double it. I will double it. And the anointing came. But as I began to plant churches, began to do things for God, I just felt emptiness within me, like a 5 horsepower, using only 1 horsepower to walk. And I began to ask questions, God, what's happening? My life is more than this. And they told me, I didn't send you to be a pastor. I actually sent you to be an apostle in the marketplace. I will have ended like my father. Now I speak in the boardroom. I speak in churches. I speak to Muslims. I speak. In the next few weeks now, I'll be the whole Olumba all over the country gave me a contract, over 18,000 youths. I'm bringing them into the kingdom. If I have been a resident pastor collecting tithe and offering every Sunday, can Olumba give me work? No. I'm going to face demons. And all my team, I told them we are going to do 3 days dry. As we enter Port Harcourt, as we enter Calabar, as we enter Ghana like this with red high. Every youth I speak to like on business like this. As I give you my phone number like this, and I put you on Telegram, you'll be restless. I'm evacuating thousands from Olumba. If I have been doing crusade or buying Jeep, brand new Jeep, and build cathedral, and buy bulletproof car, and Mopo follow me up and down. Can I do that for God? It's not easy. I'm not saying it's easy. It's not easy. It's not easy. Being in Abuja for 11 years without doing church. I can preach. If I preach, you will carry chair. If I preach, I like her. And they prophesy. The day I pray for 24 hours, I enter into prophetic since 1999. And I got to the town. 3 instructions. Don't do church. If you do church, I will kill you. Don't do prayer contract for politicians. If you do it, I will kill you. Don't take or give bribe. If you do it, I will kill you. 3 instructions. And 11 years in a town that there is more money in the house than in the bank. It's not easy. It's not easy. But if I had not listened when I met with the Olumba leadership, what are we talking about? Anytime I'm talking to them like this, I know there is a war. They call consultants. We did a Zoom meeting, and I'm seeing eyes on my iPad, and I saw things and as I was talking, my voice was the final authority. I'm not a motivational speaker. Let's rise up on our feet. God sent me. Me too, I don't even understand myself. If I say I understand myself, I'm lying. But as I hear, I move. I just want us to we are in the sanctuary. Before we go for our break, if just one prayer. God, what you made me to be, help me to become it. I'm ready to cooperate with you. I know you are collecting salary. 600,000 is not, you are more than 600,000 per month. Oh, 1 million, official car, official house. Come on now. I have a bad news for you. Under the law of profit maximization, you don't pay any staff more than 10% of their effort. If I enter that one, I will not live here. Oh, 2 million, official car. I live in Asokoro. You are not rich. You have opportunity to be rich. But when they fire you and you are picking all your bills after 1 year, then we can say you are rich. So I want somebody to pray. I was born for a purpose. Thank God you are married now. Oh, thank God you have children. That's not all about you. Don't be carried away. They will lie to you. The in-laws, you will be feeling cool that you have a wedding ring. No, you are more than the wedding ring. You are a messenger. We need you to come and help us and save a wasting generation. I want someone to just say a word of prayer in just 30 seconds that, Lord, help me. I ask you to just help me, Lord. Help me to become what you have destined me to be. Father, we ask you, Lord, under this atmosphere, under this ministry today, we ask for help, Lord. Father, help us. It's a long journey. It's not easy. You will stumble. You will rumble. You will burn your fingers. There are times in my life that I say, Lord, what's going on with me? But I give thanks to God that yet I kept moving on. God has sustained me by His grace. It's not easy, but grace has sustained me. And I'm asking somebody today that same grace is available. Don't allow society to lie to you. Husband after husband, don't call. Children after children, don't call. It will shock you. After you have all, that emptiness will still be there. Your calling is waiting for you, haunting you, asking you, is that all? But there's something about you. If you get it, it will shock you what will become. You will pay 10,000 people's salary. You will save lives. We came to save lives. We didn't come to live for ourselves. Father, we thank you. We give you praise, Lord. We honor you, our Father. We're going for 30 minutes just to rest and we'll ride back. We ask, Lord, that you will just strengthen us and speak to us beyond this. We give you glory. We give you honor. Thank you, our Redeemer. In Jesus' name we pray. See you in 30 minutes' time. God bless you.